Hello and welcome to Bay of Funday Fortunes. I am Natalie. I'm an empath, an intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here today to begin the monthly reading, general reading, for the sign of Aquarius. And I'm starting with Aquarius because they've been dragging and lagging at the back of the line and always the last to get posted. And I meet some of the most beautiful Aquarian people here at Bay of Fundy Fortunes. So I'm just changing it up. It's a Tuesday and anything can happen Tuesday. So we're going to start the readings for April with the sign of Aquarius. I have just cleansed my cards. I found a little gem yesterday on the beach. I had a ball on Sunday, not yesterday, on Sunday. My alone time, my me time. I was like a kid down there. But anyway, the sun was shining brilliantly. And this little mundane little rock is what you call a pink granite. And within it, peppered all through it, is quartz. I don't think the camera's it's not going to pick it up. You can't. It twinkles. And there are layers of quartz. I want it to sparkle for you. It is not going to sparkle, is it? No, it's not. I can see it sparkling now. It's a nice rock. There's a bit of sparkle. Look, that's your quartz inlaid right into the granite. Look at that. There we go. There, I'm satisfied. I thought I'd use it to cleanse my rocks with today, along with my other two Bay of Funday rocks. All right, so I've already asked for my spirit guides, my masters of the universe, and my masters of the natural world order to please bring forth messages for you, the sign of Aquarius, for this general reading for April 2017. While I shuffle, I'm feeling the heat off the reading already, and I haven't begun. So I recall the last reading that I just completed for this week for Aquarius. It was pretty loaded. General readings, just to explain quickly for some of you that are new to the tarot community on YouTube. General readings are always free because this applies to any Aquarian watching this video, and the numbers are in the thousands. And if I think about that too long, I'll just go vomit somewhere from stage fright. Just kidding. I don't care. I'm used to it. I feel like I'm talking one-on-one with every one of you. But if you want, what I'm saying is you may take something away. The meanings may mean something to you through this reading, and it may not. Maybe a little bit here, maybe not. If you want something personal and private, just for you, between you and me, that requires a private reading from me. I offer that service to you. Information's found down below in the more description area. You just read through it once, please. Familiarize yourself with everything. And grab my personal email there as well. And you just ship me off an email and we will set something up. Also, and I don't like talking about money, especially on live on camera here. But people get confused when they want to do e-transfers if they're within Canada. My preferred method of payment, it's instant. With PayPal, I have to wait for days before that money goes into my actual bank account. But for those of you doing the e-transfers and are confused about where to send it to, you just grab that email that you see right down below in the description area, natalietapley@live.ca, and you use that to do your e-transfers with. Okay, so those of you as well, also new to YouTube, and new to Bay of Fundy Fortunes, the subscribe button beneath this video window, if you click it, you'll be notified every time I post any new videos so you don't miss anything. Okay, I think that's it for now. All full of gratitude and thanks to all of you as well. Oh, okay, right there. All right, here we go. Let's dive in. Very first card for April 2017 in this general reading is Judgment, and it is all about self-reflection. That's your overall. It feels like ages since I've done the monthlies. I'm in the mode, but I'm not even thinking, what am I doing? What spread am I doing? It's the usual spread. I'm sorry. That was your overall energy for the reading. Card number 2 is your finances and your wealth. Anything to do with money. It's a 10 of Pentacles, and it's about luck, and it's the best money card you can get in this tarot deck out of 78 cards. Your third card, and this is in your hearth, your home, your family, anything, anybody that's close to your heart. 7 of Wands, it's about endurance. Who can go the mile? That's what I just heard. Your next card are your challenges for the month of April. And it is 6 of Swords, and it's all about calm. Good card. Your fifth and final card in this spread is the King of Pentacles, and he's all about trust. This is your message from Spirit. You know what? I didn't even get my other. I haven't used and done a monthly in so long. Excuse me while I unbox the deck called Simply Tarot. No, I'm going to have an avalanche here. I really have to set something up better. Okay, come on. There's the book. Okay, it's written by Bridget Reed and illustrated by Colin Howard, just to give credit for that. Oh my, there they are. These cards are as big as my feet. Oh, they're big. Anyway, the reason I take them out, for those of you that are new, is at the end of the 5-card spread, I pull an overall significator, okay, from Deck of Tarot. That's at the very, very end. That's always an interesting card to pull. Okay. There we go. Let's get into the reading, shall we? Judgment. This is all about self-reflection. This is for April 2017, Aquarius. So, this card is showing up because I think Venus is still in retrograde. I have to check on that. I'm not an astrologer. I'm old school tarot. I love astrology though, but I should have checked on that. Going into the monthlies, I should have checked on the date. Anyway, you guys can Google that. What are the beginning and end dates for Venus in retrograde, in which they are right now, which means Venus. But there's, at the very least, we're still in the overshadowing period, because there's an overlay at the beginning and at the end of every retrograde. So what this is, for those of you very new to tarot, when Venus has gone retrograde, it pulls things from your past. Retrograde means going backwards. The planet doesn't actually physically go backwards, but the elliptical line that the planets travel around, this I do know because astronomy is my dig. I love astronomy, and I studied it a little bit. But you have the elliptical line, the pathway that you have your fixed stars, and then you have your planets, which appear as stars. You can't tell them apart. But they travel this line that all the gravity pulls them into place and around and around. So it's almost oblong, just a little up, but it's not a perfect circle, but it's not quite an oblong, but it's closer to that. So when Venus comes around and gets at one end of it, she starts doing this. And it appears to the eye that she's going backwards. And she does affect the energies. There's the big thing. There's a big pull and a back and a forth going on. But it appears where it's backwards. Therefore, she's pulling, and the energies are pulling things out of your past and bringing them into your now, is what's going on. So when this card shows up, Venus being the planet of love as well, usually past loves come into play. But it's time for you, the card is saying right now, to revisit the past and start taking stock before moving on any further. I'm hearing go back, go over. There's some things you need to go over from the past right now. Before you can even move ahead, there's a block there, and you've got to take care of that. You've got to go back and deal with that. It's blocking you from doing something now, whatever it is. You may find your mind and your memories floating back into old memories and past times, and you may be musing on that, shall we say. And lo and behold, some of you may find some unfinished business back then. It's going to be like a wow kind of moment. I can't see what it is. I'm sorry. This is general. That's what makes it a little bit harder to see. But if any messages come forth for those of you that know me, I will blurt out messages even when they don't fit in with this reading and they don't make sense. I see visions and they're strong, and I let them go. And it's meant for somebody, someone out there, maybe you. But yes, you, that aha moment is going to prompt you to go back and look for certain people, and you're looking for clues, you're looking for some answers, you've got some questions, and you're going to approach different people from that time era. It's like going back to an old neighborhood, and there are standard families that have lived there for maybe 2 or 3 generations. You know that they're there. You know you can knock on their door and walk in, and it's just like going home again, like you never left. And you're comfortable with them, and you can feel comfortable asking questions that need to be asked about certain situations and how things played out. For some reason, this is in your now that you're concerned about. You may even ask somebody, "Did I do the right thing back then? Did I do the right thing?" Because I'm not so sure today that I did the right thing, and I need to know that I did. Another meaning of this card is also falls along the lines of spiritual connection with those in the spirit world, such as our own. We all have them, spirit guides. Spirit guides try to keep us on the right path. We don't always listen, but that's what they're there for. We still have free will. They try to nudge us gently in the right direction, to bring forth the proper words to use when communicating with another human being. Some of you, a few of you, also may be going through a spiritual connection to those that have gone on before you, family, friends, people that you know. 1 or 2 people may come to mind for you at this time. Some of you may go back into the past as well, or the past is going to catch up here with you in the now. It's going to catch up in the now. And you're going to reunite with somebody from that time, from your past romances, your past loves. And you're seriously thinking about giving somebody a second chance. Do you want to do that dance again? You're both older now, wiser, and you've been through enough to have each other to compare to, from people that you've gone through. You have a measuring stick now to compare this person to the people that you've already gone through on a personal level. Don't be filled with too much regret, Aquarius. I'm feeling emotional. Whoa. Don't be full of too much regret. Don't be so hard on yourself. Ease up, you're human. Lord knows we all do the wrong thing. We get emotional, we make the wrong choices. Some of you, one of you, somebody out there is feeling regrets towards the past, and you're hurting, because I'm getting it. Oh, real bad. Glad I got my roll of toilet paper handy. Not for that body part, but for this. Oh, that's the reading, and we're in 13 minutes, and I can't get past the first card. This is why I like doing the monthlies. I'm sorry if you find them long, but I get a real kick out of it. I get a real drive out of it. It feeds me. Also, contemplation in your quiet moments, when you go still and you're quiet. You could be standing in the lineup at the grocery store and have a quiet, still moment. There's going to be some soul searching going on, feeling a little bit of self-reflection on where you are and how you feel. Pretty deep stuff. Some of you, though, may have feelings of guilt, and strong spirituality and memories are going to come floating in the forefront. Your second card is your finances and your wealth, and it's a 10 of Pentacles. And as much as that card made me want to cry, this one makes me want to smile and say, right on. This is your money card from this deck of tarot. This card shows up to tell you that money is on its way to you. Good all the way around. For some of you, it's going to be a financial windfall of some kind. I just seen an axe fall. What the heck is that? I'm putting it out there. You tell me. That's what the comment section is for. I see a big axe, like a fire axe, with the big metal silver head. and then it's got like a stripe on the handle, the oak handle, and it's red going down, and it tapers down. Like it's one of those, a fire axe, a big long thing. I just seen a thump come down like that. Didn't see blood and guts, but I seen it. I would say it's a metaphor for somebody. The axe has fallen, and I'm hearing whooshes, change in life, change in lifestyle. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. This card's here to bring you financial stability, is what it's here for. This card also brings a lot of support as well, and it predicts some families being joined in love. There's going to be a lot of love, especially if money's coming into the picture and it releases all those stresses that causes tension within the family. They're going to be gone like that overnight. Remember, this is a general reading. This isn't going to apply to everybody. It isn't going to say 2,300 people viewed this video. 2,300 people are all going, yay! You crack me up. I can hear you laughing. Feelings for some of you are going to be prone, and it might have to do with the Venus retrograde going on, but some of you are feeling the urge and the nudge and the kick in the pants to just blurt out your declaration of feelings for somebody. Don't hold back. You only live once. If they died tomorrow, you'd be feeling a lot of regret for having not told them just when you knew you should have, and you pulled back. Don't do that. You're going to hear of a couple moving in together, or maybe you're going to be the one that's moving in to cohabitate with somebody else. There could even be a wedding in the future. Your keywords are love and luck, money, generosity, family, and completeness. Completeness. Sometimes when something's completed, it can be horrible, but sometimes when it's completed, there's a reason to celebrate. Wonderful card. I'm glad, Aquarius, really and sincerely, I'm very glad I did yours first. This is setting the tone for all the other signs that shall follow you. 7 of Wands and endurance. This is within your hearth and your home, your family structure. Anybody that is within your emotional realm of life. So this can apply to a lot of people. But your keywords for this are defense, resilience, protection, oppositions, territory, force, and resistance. And I need a drink for this one. That's my diet root beer. A&W. Dancing with the bear this morning. The A&W bear. There we go. Oh, it makes me feel like a kid again drinking root beer. Advice of this card. Listen up within your family and within your loving structures. And maybe not so loving, but you're communicating at emotional level. Is to say your words loud and clear, so there are no misunderstandings at this time. The card is showing you that within the family structure, within your emotional relationships. Say your words loud and clear. I'm feeling it's vital at this time. I'm feeling that there's one person, no matter how you speak with them, they're going to muck it up. Be prepared for that. Certain relationships as well are going to call your integrity into play. I'm hearing they need to have patience with those not quite on the even keel with them. People that are a little slow to get things, and normally the personality of them is that way, so you expect that. You need to use your integrity too. I don't like using the word handle as one person handling another, but in your approach and in your delivery of your message, you're going to need to use a lot of integrity. You're going to be taking some deep breaths that aren't going to be apparent to anybody else. You're holding them in, but they're there. And you're asking for patience. The patience will come. You'll feel good about yourself later on that you didn't, become rude or anything like that with this person that you're going to be feeling impatient with. You're going to experience some level of resistance during the month as well. Some of you may need finding yourself in a position of defense and speaking up. You're going to overhear some gossip. I'm seeing at work is what I'm seeing for those of you that work. in an office-like setting. I see a cafeteria as well. In the building, on the job, there's a cafeteria and it's lunchtime. In either or places, office or cafeteria, you're going to be hearing some gossip about somebody else, and you're not going to stand for it. And you're gonna jump right into this conversation, this gossip that you were not a part of, that you overheard, and you're going to stand there and defend the person they're speaking of. Good for you. Okay, your fourth card, Six of Swords. This is all about calm. This is your challenges for April. Words of reassurance, and a card of reassurance of calmer waters after a happening, some kind of a happening that brought out feelings of stress, feelings of feelings of fear, and now you're coming out the other end of it, and things are calming down for you. Something at an emotional level. You know you need to move on, and there's your struggle for the month, and it's breaking completely free now that you're through the other end. It's that complete cutoff, because that's when it becomes real for you, when you begin to move on. Because sometimes we get stuck at the cutoff. We don't move at all for many different reasons. A flicker of hope still remaining, afraid to move on, many reasons. But the minute you start to move on, that's the magic moment. New work is coming on the horizon for some of you. I'm hearing somebody hadn't even planned on it, and they're going to grab it and go. Card is also advising, little nudge for you to start prioritizing the things that you need to do in your life. You're about to get busy. Things could get busy or hugely distracted by some event in your life. So you need to prioritize and get the important things taken care of so they don't fall further behind. The card is advising as well for some of you to go with the flow of life. Don't resist any change that's coming your way. Your keywords are journey and moving and emigration, safe havens. Yes, some of you are. Finding yourself in a safe haven is what I'm hearing. After a long search, some of you have stumbled onto a safe haven, and now compare it to the rest of the outside world. You got some thinking to do. Some of you will be looking and trying very hard to find peace and resolution, and you are going to find it. And some of you are dealing with forms of protection. Your final card in this reading, this 5-card spread, is a King of Pentacles, and he represents trust. This is your message from Spirit. This is a man who is ambitious, trustworthy, very protective. This, for you, dear Aquarius, can be an actual human or just a basic energy of what the card is putting out there and what you need to pay attention to. This man, in this energy, there's a sense of commitment, because when this card shows up, it shows commitment to projects, commitment, seeing them through to the very, very end. There could be things taking place in the business world. You could be dealing with this man, and this man has a hands-on attitude. So if you're working with him, or if you go to him with some kind of proposal or a request, kind of like the Dragon's Den here in Canada. I think there's one in the U.S. Yes, there is. There's one that's U.S.-based. And it's kind of like making a proposal before this man, just like on Dragon Den. The Shark's Tank is the one in the U.S. And you offer them this deal. And if they invest their money, you're willing to maybe give them 5% of the earnings of the profits, whatever's made. And I'll tell you right now, you bring something like that to this guy, don't even waste your time. He's hands-on, because he's going to want a bigger cut than that. But he rolls his sleeves up, and he gets himself into the zone, and he focuses, and he works at what he's invested into for his benefit and yours both. But he doesn't suffer any fools, so you can't even begin to think unless you're extremely serious. As I said, this could be the U card, and it could be a time of expression for you to show your generosity and to show your love. So says Spirit. Some of you are going to share your gains with those that you love. Advice is protect what's yours at this time while helping those on their way up the ladder. Keywords are money and protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. That was your 5-card reading, and now we're going to move on to tarot. Anything that has not showed up, that's needed its own spotlight, will show up in this card that I will pull. Anything that has been found within the 5-card spread that is Spirit is needing to re-emphasize and bring in the forefront of the reading, your special attention will show up in this card. We thank you for this message for Aquarius, for this general monthly reading for April. One significator for this 5-card spread, please. Bring forth the okie dokie. Wow, I usually shuffle. I'm sorry. No, don't you start showing up. Not that he's bad, it's just that when he starts kicking in, he's usually everywhere. So it's a card to be that the spotlight is thrown on. And this beastly, devilishly handsome-looking man, this powerful dude, is the King of Swords, and he's your King of Swords in this reading, for good or bad. Let me pull the book. So, yeah. I went through a whole month with him showing up everywhere. Boy, he was pissing me off at the end. I got real tired of seeing him. All right. The King of Swords carries an aura of intimidation. He is both silent and serious. By tradition, the King of Swords is an expert on law, on politics, on society, and on communication. Wherever he is found, he exercises his power. He can be emotionally cold. The king is happiest with a life of stimulating work, following high ideals. This could be an actual person coming into your life, and I believe that it is. For some of you, for somebody out there, this man's coming into your life. He's going to be on your side, and that's where you want him. You don't want to be against this guy. He's coming into your life, and he's on your side. He's a force to be reckoned with, and you can give your shoulders a little shake and take a deep breath and grin and go, can't touch this. So anyways, Aquarius, I hope you're happy that I did your reading first, and it comes from my heart to you. I'll just pull you guys in a tiny bit, so I'm not leaning. It's hard on the back. I'm getting old. So I hope it resonated with you very, very much in a very good way, and I hope you took something from it. I could feel the heat off the reading before I started it and felt it all the way through, and I'm still in the afterglow of it right now that the reading is finished. So, thank you very much. I'd like to thank all of my current subscribers for Bay of Fundy Fortunes. You guys are the seabed floor that hold the waters of the greatest tides in the world, the mighty Bay of Fundy. Without you guys, we would just be in a big mud hole, a bunch of fish flapping out of water. You guys are the glue that holds it all together, and you are appreciated. And I think of you guys a lot through the run of my day, and it's always with gratitude and appreciation. Thank you so, so much. I'd like to thank you all for your shares. I do see some of you share. Biggest compliment to a reader on YouTube is to have her channel shared. Thank you so much for that. I'd like to thank you for your likes, your thumbs up, your thumbs down. I can take it. Just not rudeness. Don't be rude, and leave politics and religion on the other side of the door, please. I want my channel to be good and positive and about love and light, and anticipation in what is coming at us in our lives. I'm thinking, okay, that's right too. You got to know where to find me, other than YouTube, which is stating the obvious, right? You can find me as well on Twitter and on Blogspot, on Google, and please feel very welcome to join me and my nice, intimate little group on Facebook under Bay of Fundy Fortunes. We have a good time in there, and it's home. It's second home other than being here. It is second home for me in there as well. So for now, Aquarius, until next week, I'm going to throw back into the weeklies again. I hope you ring everything you can that's beautiful and life learning out of the month of April. To me, it's almost like that's the real beginning of spring. And to me, the real beginning of a brand new year is April, because everything is fresh and there's rebirth and new moons and all kinds of good stuff. But until then, Just want to let you know that if you're ever looking for me, you can find me right here or down there walking along the beach, along the water's edge of the Bay of Fundy, because I'm always waiting and searching for the next high tide. Thank you and goodbye.